Alright guys, in this video I'm going to show you guys how to beat D over Heaven and Jojo. It's really easy. I've versed both of them over 1,000 times. But someone used Universe Reset in my head and my body got glitched. And at first I was running like I had sped, but now I'm actually just glitched. Like, look at this, bro. I can go through Dio's body. Let me see if I can beat... Wait, what? What is going on? Oh my god, it just reset me. Hold up, let me go back there. Okay, let's try this again. Alright, y'all, today I'm going to show you guys how to beat Dio over Heaven and Jojo. It's really easy. I beat them over 1,000 times, and I know exactly what they do. Every AI in YBA has a certain moveset they do over and over. So once you learn that moveset, it's pretty, like, you can beat them every time. Like, you don't even need to use a stand. You could probably just use boxing and beat them once you learn their complete moveset. And I've learned both of them because I have the World Over Heaven, obviously, right now. And I also have Made in Heaven on this account. Now this is my main account, so you see the Way to Heaven, Made in Heaven, and I also have the World Over Heaven. This is my main account with my Heaven stands, but I also have another account, but we're not going to be talking about that. I'm going to be using the Heaven stands to show you guys, but you guys do not need Heaven stands, especially once I show you guys how to do it. And once you guys learn how to do it, you're not going to need any stands. It's going to be super easy to beat any boss. Like, it's like D over Heaven does the same thing over and over. Now I haven't versed him in a long time, but I'm pretty sure my muscle memory will kick in. I'll remember how to beat him and what stuff he does. So yeah, let's get into the video. Alright, so first we're going to start off with D over Heaven, and if you have the world, it's going to be really easy. If you have Sea Moon, it's going to take you some time, because it took me a long time to beat up on myself with Sea Moon, and it was mostly because the time stopping part, it kept messing me up. See, with the world, you can easily use Road Roller whenever you use his Heavenly Smite, and whenever he time stops, when he's below 25%. But when you have Sea Moon, you have to uppercut to the moon at the right time and throw him, and then you have to jump so you're in the air so you can't do no damage. It's really precise, but if you have the world, it's super easy. So every time you use the world, let's just say this is the world, you always want to start off with Knights, M1, 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 and then you're usually going to want to barrage. But he's going to do the same thing every time, just know that. See, look, M1, M1, heavy punch. He's going to do that every single time, and then he's going to barrage. Block the barrage. Do not barrage back, because at the end he's going to hit me. Well, obviously I couldn't perfect block it, but he's literally going to do the same thing over and over. D over Heaven is so easy, bro. Just watch out for the barrage, and if he barrages you and you're not blocking, just barrage back. But you're not going to want to get barraged, because he's going to do a lot of damage. Just perfect block every single time. It's super easy. Now, if he does Heaven Smite, let him hit you with it, and then block right when you get up. Heavy punch the ending thing at the end, and then you can M1, M1, and then you could barrage. It's super simple if you use your brain. This is my first time versing him today. If he uses Heaven Smite, let him hit you with it. It's okay. Now, if you have time skip, then just time skip out of it. Perfect block, M1, 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 barrage. Now, when he's below this health, this is when he's going to stop time stopping. So you're going to want to get him away. Oh, I thought mine hit first. But remember, block when you get knocked down, because he's going to do the same thing. Wait, heavy punch, M1, 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 barrage. It's super easy. So now he's going to time stop after this. So I'm going to heavy punch him. There's the time stop. See, I've done this over 1,000 times, so I already know what he's going to do. He might actually do a lot of damage here. Yeah. Oh, I might actually lose here. Hold up. Doing the same thing. Wait for the heavy punch at the end. Perfect block it. M1, M1, M1. Barrage. I'm going to Heaven Smite here because he's going to time stop. See? I already knew he was going to time stop. And then you're going to want to jump if you have time resistance, because then you're in the air. He can't do anything, see? And then block again. He's going to barrage. He does the same thing, guys, over and over. Block it. M1, M1, M1. Barrage. See, that time I canceled this Heaven Smite, and he's dead. And I got the Dio's Bone. Wow, I did not expect to get it first try. That's cool. I mean, I don't need it because obviously I have the World Over Heaven. And that was my first time versing him today, guys. It's super easy. Basically, all you're going to do when you're versing D over Heaven is block. If you don't know how to perfect block, your stand you're going to want to use is Star Platinum World, use the Awakening, and it automatically perfect blocks for you. But if you know how to perfect block, if you're decent at the game, then he's just going to barrage, heavy punch at the end, perfect block, then you can M1 barrage. That's why I recommend the World, because the World basically has two barrages, using the kick barrage and then the normal barrage after that, or using the barrage first and then the kick barrage is going to do a whole lot of damage. So if you have the World, it's going to be super easy. Whenever you use his Heaven Smite, make sure to use Road Roller if you have the World, and it's going to be easy. It's literally going to be easy. Now if you have Sea Moon, you're going to basically do the same thing. You're going to perfect block. He's going to do M1, 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 heavy punch. Perfect block the heavy punch. Sorry. Perfect block the heavy punch, and then you're going to uppercut to the moon. When you uppercut to the moon, then he might time stop if he's below 25%. If he's below 25%, then that's when you're going to want to uppercut to the moon, throw him, and then you can literally just wait. By the way, Sea Moon has time resistance, so you can literally jump in the air, just like how I did with the World Over Heaven, and then you'll be stuck in the air. Now that's pretty much it for the World Deal Over Heaven. He's really easy to beat. Like, he's not hard, bro. Like, I know I was using the World Over Heaven, but bro, I wasn't even using any of the World Over Heaven's moves. The only move I used was Heaven Smite, and it didn't even hit him. So basically, I was basically using D4C, because you know D4C has a high destructive power. That's basically all I was using, bro. I wasn't using none of my moves. I didn't use none of them. I didn't use heal. I didn't heal myself. It's super easy. Now the harder boss. Now this is where we get to Jojo. Jojo is way harder because you can't perfect block Skull Crusher, but you can perfect block everything else. Now it's the same thing, bro. He's gonna do a heavy punch at the end of his barrage. So whenever he does barrage, do not barrage back. Just block it. Whenever you get knocked down, do not try to dash. Just block it. You need to use your brain. If you use your brain, you're going to easily beat this boss. Like, it's so easy, bro. Let's see if I can get the Joe disc, even though I don't need it. But should I use Maiden Heaven? No, I'm going to just use the World of Heaven because he has time resistance. So now for this boss, you're probably not going to have the World. So, yeah, the World is still good to use against him, though, because you have time resistance. Not only that, you also can easily beat him just because, like, it's literally two barrages, like I said. You're going to be using Sea Moon. Now, I highly recommend you don't use Sea Moon against this dude, because I don't know why, but every time I use Sea Moon, I get bodied against him. Who did I use to beat this guy? I used the World Over Heaven because I had the World Over Heaven at the time. Now, if you don't have the World Over Heaven, you Star Platinum the World, because like I said, you can perfect block. If you don't have Star Platinum the World, then I recommend you get something like, I would just say something at least halfway decent, like just something that you can at least barrage with, and something that you can just learn how to perfect block. If you know how to perfect block, bro, you're literally gonna easily beat this boss. Learn how to perfect block. If you learn how to perfect block, you're literally just going to beat it. Now, I'm going to try it right now. And I beat D Over Heaven first try, and I got the bone. That was just because, the reason why is because literally, I like, it's so easy to beat D Over Heaven. This boss is a little bit harder. I don't know if I'll be able to beat it. So, yeah, let's go into some of the things he does. So he's gonna barrage, heavy punch at the end. You got a perfect block to heavy punch at the end. He's gonna do M1, M1, M1 heavy punch just like Dio. So you're gonna always want to perfect block the M1, M1, M1 heavy punch. He's also gonna do the slam move. I think it's called Platinum Slam. You're gonna want to perfect block that too. So he has a lot of moves that you gotta perfect block. Only move you can't perfect block, just like Dio Over Heaven, is Skull Crusher. He's gonna teleport behind you. You can't perfect block that. They took that out. So it's just like Dio's Smite. Just get hit with it. There's nothing you can do. Just get hit with it, and then when he knocks you down, block. So then he's gonna barrage right when you get knocked down. And then that's pretty much it. And when he's below 25% of his health, he's gonna wanna beat down. He's gonna beat down you. So whenever he teleports behind you, just get ready to perfect block. Just perfect block it. Don't hold block, because then he's gonna hit you with the beat down. Just perfect block it whenever he's below 25%. 25% is like orange. When he's at orange, that's when you know you're gonna need to, like, he's like yellowish oranges. So that's when you're gonna want to try to perfect block it. And when he time stops, just jump in the air. Just heavy punch him, and then just jump in the air. That's like your best bet, because you really can't do anything else. And his time stop is not as long as the Over Heavens, so he's not gonna be able to do that much damage, even if you don't jump in the air. So now I'm gonna try it. The first thing you're always gonna start with is knives. If you don't have knives, then just start with M1s. But I have knives, so M1, M1, M1. This is what I was trying to do with D Over Heaven. You're gonna want to barrage after that, and then M1, M1, M1. He's gonna pull it out, and they're gonna block. See, look, I forgot, you got a perfect block aura kicks too. Okay, good thing he just wasted his Skull Crusher. You're gonna perfect block this. Oh, I lagged. Y'all saw that? What the hell? Whatever. I'm a barrage. And if you have boxing or Haman, make sure to use Zoom Punch and Jawbreaker. Like I said, there's nothing you can do. Just hold. What? I was holding block. Whatever, dude. Perfect block. Yeah, there's no way I'm beating this. I messed up. But as you guys can see, he's just doing the same thing over and over. Yeah, you're not going to want to M1 too much. Yeah, there's no way I'm beating this. Okay. I'm not going to M1 too much. I'm just going to Jawbreaker because... There, see? That's what I meant. When he teleports behind you... Oh my god, I'm dead. Oh my god, let's turn this down a little bit. Jesus, my fault. I don't know why the beatdowns are so loud in this game, but there's something wrong with YBA, I guess. The beatdowns are always loud. Like, like, bro, chill out. Anyways, let's go back to him. We're gonna try that again. Yeah, remember when I said I was gonna go back there and try that again? I ended up doing it over like 30 times, and it took me over 30 minutes just to beat Jojo. It was so annoying, and the reason I finally felt like I finally found the reason why I kept dying, and it was the stupid beatdown part. And if it happened to me, I'm pretty sure it happened to a lot of you, so I'm guys gonna tell you how I beat it and how I beat it solo. And it was really not that hard. The hard part, like I said, was when he hits 50% of his health, and that's the big part we're going to talk about. Now, I'm obviously going to tell you guys the beginning part about Jojo, and the beginning part is pretty easy. The beginning part, all you're going to want to do is M1 4 times and then barrage. If you M1 again, he's going to pull out his stand, so that's why you're going to only M1 4 times. If you have laggy internet, it's just not going to work out. But if you smooth Wi-Fi, bro, M1 4 times, then barrage. After the barrage, if you have Haman, you're going to want to Zoom Punch, and if you have boxing, you're going to want to Jawbreaker. It works out perfectly, and then after that, he's going to go on his Awakening, and then he's going to pull out his stand. The first thing he's going to do is two things. If you're far, he's going to Skull Crush you. There's nothing you can do. You're going to have to just get hit by the Skull Crusher you. But if he's close to you, he's going to Aura Kicks. What you want to do is obviously perfect block the Aura Kicks. So if he's close to you, get ready to perfect block the Aura Kicks. Now, if you perfect block the Aura Kicks, the thing I suggest is M1, but M1 only twice. Now, the reason why you don't want to barrage, obviously, he's going to barrage back, and his barrage does hella damage. It does like 25% of your health, max vitality. This man does not play around. This boss is actually pretty hard. And after that, he's either going to slam you if he already used his Aura Kicks, and if he didn't use his Aura Kicks, he's going to use Aura Kicks. He has Jojo's AI is like so specific. Like if he doesn't have something else, he's going to use something else. So you just got to be ready, and if you're not ready, and if you're not actively thinking on what he's going to do next, you're literally just not going to know what to do, and you're going to get beaten terribly. Now, if he has nothing in his kit, he's going to do 3 M1s, and then he's going to heavy punch at the end. So if you start seeing him do M1s, M1s, get ready to heavy punch on the 4th hit. The 4th hit is going to be a heavy punch. Perfect block it, get your M1s. Now, if you get ragdoll, let's say he Skull Crushes you, because there's nothing you can do. You can't perfect block Skull Crusher. If he Skull Crushes you, just hold block, because then he's going to barrage. He's going to barrage or he's going to Aura Kicks. If he Aura Kicks, there's perfect block it. If he's about to barrage, hold block. And at the end of the block, just like Deal Over Heaven, he's going to heavy punch. So hold block, he heavy punches, you block it. Then you're going to want to M1, 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 4 M1s like we did at the beginning. And then you're going to do a cycle. You're going to repeat. And then you're going to do it over and over and over and over. So basically, that's all you got to do. Perfect block the slam. You can't do anything with Skull Crusher, so just don't do anything. Just get hit with it and then block the barrage. Heavy punch at the end of the barrage. 3 M1s and then a heavy punch. Make sure to perfect block it. And then you're just going to keep doing the same thing. M1, M1, M1. And if you have your barrage and if he barrage, then you're going to do M1, 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 and then barrage. And then at the end of everything, you're going to want to use Jawbreaker. The only time you're not going to use Jawbreaker is if he's at 50%. If you see he's at 50%, do not use Jawbreaker. Because when you're about to use Jawbreaker, he's going to teleport behind you and beat down you. I'll put a clip right now. I don't know how many times this happened to me, but I kept making the same mistake over and over. I thought it was my game lagging, but it really wasn't. It was just, that's what he does. He can literally teleport while you're hitting him. And he'll teleport behind you and hit you with Aura beatdown. So when he's at 50% of your health, you're going to want to barrage. And then at the end of the barrage, just wait. He's going to teleport. It's going to be super easy to react to. Just block. Just block. Literally after the barrage, block. You're gonna perfect block the beatdown. It has a loud sound cue, and then once you perfect block it, then you can use jawbreaker, or you could do more M1s. And then he only uses it like one time. He only used it one time against me. So if he uses it a lot against you, I don't know. Just get ready for the aura beatdown. So after you block the aura beatdown and after you ragdoll him or whatever, then he's gonna start doing time stops, like below 25 HP. But remember the freaking beatdown at 50% of your health. I don't know how many times that's what killed me. I kept trying to jawbreaker and he would teleport behind me or beat down me and do half my HP. So just remember, 50% is when he's gonna do his beatdown if you're doing this by yourself, because this tutorial is only if you're doing it by yourself. And then when he's at below 25% of his health, that's where he's going to time stop. So it's just like deal over heaven. If you have sea moon, uppercut to the moon, throw him super far, and then just jump in the air. Get stuck in the air because you have time resistance. He can't do anything in the air. He might skull crush you, but that's the most he's going to do. Now, if you don't have TS resist, GG, bro. There's nothing you're going to be able to do. If he freaking time stops, you're literally going to get half your health taken away. Now, if you beat the whole thing with like full health, which you really can, but like if you don't have TS resist, bro, you're dead. There's nothing you can do. But if you do have TS resist, all you're going to do is heavy punch him, jump in the air. If you have the world or something, just heavy punch, jump in the air. If you have sea moon, uppercut to the moon, fling him super far, jump in the air. That's all you're going to do when he time stops. And then he's going to do the same thing. Once he doesn't have his time stop or his aura beatdown, he's going to go back to the basics and he's going to use skull crusher, platinum slam, just perfect block his aura kicks, and he's going to do barrage. Perfect block those, kill him, get the Joe disc, and then boom, you have made heavy. Just remember, you just got to use your brain and perfect block at the right times. If you make too many mistakes, he will catch on and he will do that. So that's how you literally beat them. That's literally how you beat them. It took me a long time to do this, so I hope if you guys gonna leave a like or subscribe, it'll really help me out. But yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all.